Well, I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi. Are you from Jackson? Somebody just, we yelped out, okay. But I moved away, as you know, to North Carolina in the mid-'90s, and then about 20, and then later on to L.A. But I would come back and see my parents a lot. Like Chris, I'm also a PK. My dad was a minister. He didn't pastor a church, but he was more like a professor. He was a professor, so I was more like a professor's kid who happened to be ordained too. So sometimes we'd go to these little towns in Mississippi, and there'd be like 7 people in the church, and he would go preach for extra money so he could send me to college. And but as my parents got older, a particular visit to Mississippi stands out. I went in November 2011. My dad's body was riddled with cancer. My mom was taking care of him and also getting more frail herself. And having lived in LA for about 7 years at that point, and then to come back and absorb all the Southern hospitality and people bringing deviled eggs or casseroles or bulletin, different things. And so to be back in my childhood home and to experience that, this song is kind of tries to touch on that. And I began actually writing on piano during COVID, so it's been a really fun thing to bring back some of the spark in songwriting. And I want to thank the band for joining me on this one. Camellias in the kitchen, their little machine is blinking, calls are coming in, seeing how everyone is. A bulletin saved from church, a note with a Bible verse, a cooler by the door at 4124. I passed Meridian, I was home in an hour and 10. I parked and I walked in through the door where I live. He shuffles in his slippers, she's looking in the freezer for something that she saved to heat in the microwave. We'll watch the Braves play, eat our dinner on trays. Are these my final days at 4124? I passed Meridian, I was home in an hour and 10. I parked and I walked in through the door where I of that porch they never use. Maybe I'll sweep the floor, use it a little more. We'll watch the Braves play, eat our dinner on trays. We'll linger a little more at 4124. I passed Meridian, I was home in an hour and 10. The door where I live, yeah, I passed Meridian. Thank you so much. Thank you, band.